Hey, good afternoon. I'm at Circle B Bar Reserve in Lakeland, Florida. I'm not too sure how much wildlife or visuals I'll be able to see or show you all, because it is in the middle of the day around close to 3 o'clock, and it's hard to get wildlife. But guess what? If you're at Circle B, you have a very good shot. So just to give you some perspective, I've been to multiple nature parks throughout Florida. Yes, a lot of it's been centralized, like Central Florida. However, this is one of the best nature parks I've ever been to. This park features so much wildlife, it's unbelievable. I have not been out here in a while, and I'm actually kind of disappointed myself that I haven't gone here a lot sooner than that. So stay tuned, enjoy these clips. And just so if I don't make it clear, coming to anywhere in Florida as far as a nature park goes, it's very difficult to go between like 11 a.m. through 4 or 5 p.m. because it can just get so hot out here. So make sure you prepare, you have water with you, you have some snacks, electrolytes with you, and it can be very risky hiking out here, but don't let that discourage you. I'd like to preach to take advantage of your opportunities. I have one today. I'm freed up for the next few hours, so take full advantage of it. Stay tuned. All right, so I believe I'm on Windmill Whisper Trail. I've been on almost all these trails out here. I've been going for years. Unfortunately, I've slacked off in a while. I've been prioritizing hiking in other different places, but I did bring my camera with me. All right, so I have a Canon 7D. It's definitely old school. It's like the first version. I have a macro lens by Canon. I do like macro photography. However, I have not done photography in a while, aside from random spurts every now and then of taking pictures. But I hope to provide some for you all today. I think it's always challenging if you want to get pictures of wildlife. The problem is a lot of wildlife's protected, especially if you're at a nature park. So if anything, if I get up close, it's probably gonna be some type of flowers or something unique, but definitely not a living organism. All right, the famous little windmill. Guys, this has been up and been through hurricanes before. Quite impressive. Now, I don't know if it's been rebuilt, but I don't think it has. That's my guess. So we are about to get on Windmill Whisper. Excuse me, let me correct that. We are over here is Wading Bird Way. I know that, actually I'm not trying to compete, especially with YouTube, but I know I'm up for a potential challenge because I know that there's probably hundreds of videos of Circle B. There's people who have fancier cameras, fancier editing, fancier phones, so on and so forth. So I'm not trying to compete with anyone at all. I'm just trying to learn from others and also just provide to you the place to get to show you what you can do, where you can visit, what you can see in Florida. And I tell you what, if you have limited time and you're around Central Florida area and you want to see what Florida's like wildlife, you come here. And if you don't believe me, do your research. Look up top nature parks in Florida. I'm willing to bet Circle B is going to be in that top 5. Now, you could go to Lake Apopka Wildlife Drive, which you can drive through there, see tons of gators and birds, turtles, even bobcats. You can go to Mare Island Black Point Wildlife Drive. You can see a lot of wildlife out here too. You can even go to Payne's Prairie Preserve. A lot of wildlife too. Like right now, a red-shouldered hawk just kind of flew about 50 feet in front of me. This, for me, this is just my opinion, it is a park that has the most wildlife I've ever seen in my experience. No fishing. Listen, most preserves, reserves you go to will not allow fishing. There could be some exceptions, but for Circle B, definitely not. So right up top here, I know I just have my phone, even though I have a camera too. That's a red-shouldered hawk. Guys, a red-shouldered hawk, I'm willing to bet, is the most popular hawk in Florida. And if it ain't the most popular hawk, I don't know what is. You do have red-tailed hawks here as well, so. It gone. So I know that a lot of these videos so far has just been mainly my face and me talking. But Circle B is also famous for a pretty cool video on social media or online where there is a huge, huge gator that crosses over in the park, and it's massive. Don't quote me, it could be 15 feet. This gator's huge. I'm willing to bet there's some big ones in here as well. But if you ever look up like YouTube, I'm scaring away birds as we speak. So Look up YouTube, Big Greater Circle B Bar Reserve. You'll see. So if you see this bird right here, that is a amateur, probably little blue heron. Back here, that's a tricolored heron, and that is a snowy egret. So we have 3 different species so far. Down here, I can't really show you much, but there it's probably a pleconomus or armor catfish. It's actually trying to swim this way, which leads to be here. You will definitely see multiple benches out here at Circle B. If you need to take a seat, usually it's donated by people. See if we can do a wildlife review. Okay, great egret took off. Great egret. Anything else? Nope. So, the different types of egrets. It's cattle egret, snowy egret, gray egret. Most of them are all white. Cattle egret are the smallest. Depending on like breeding season, plumage season, whatever you want to call it, they do have different colors. But cattle egret, snowy egret, great egret, they all look very similar. I think all their legs are yellow. Oh man, did I butcher that? Now I'm having a brain fart. No, they're black. They're black. Okay. So there's also a reddish egret, which is primarily in saltwater locations. Random fact for you. So Wading Bird Way, we're still on here. Marsh Rabbit Run. Man, it's not blocked off. That is fun. People, this is a very entertaining trail. We will go on this trail. Very entertaining, very cool. See all different types of stuff. This has been here a while as well. Okay, getting some shade for a moment. This is the time of season where they sometimes close off these trails because it's like nesting season. So when you think of nesting season, you gotta think of protective mamas. There are some protective mamas here. There will always be protective gator mamas. So that's when, more than anything, you gotta be prepared for being in the area of in the vicinity of a mama gator, because they're gonna be territorial. They are gonna be protecting their young. Majority of the time, they do not attack humans. Listen, I'm just trying to tell you, do your own research if you want. No, I'm not an expert in the game, but most of the time, gators will not attack you. But just know, there's a mama nearby and some babies. Be on the lookout. So although this is still Wading Bird Way, but this particular area here is very famous for gators to kind of go on the banks and kind of dry off and warm up. Now, I don't know if we'll see many or plenty or at all. It's very hot out right now, and that water is probably cooler than this ground right now. So we'll see. So right here, that's an aninga, and that's also an aninga up front as well. Those are like snake birds, water birds. One's called darter bird or something. So Marsh Rabbit Run is through there. Still on Wading Bird Way. No gator yet. Ooh, here's a great blue heron trying to fish. That's a great egret. And there's an aninga right there. That's fun. That great blue heron is trying to fish and get a snack. Ooh, guys, that's a dead gator right here. This has been popular on Circle B lately. Here we go. It's the circle of life, people. So egrets have, at least most of them have, the black feet. Snowy egret, great egret. Great egret is the biggest. Reddish egret's probably the second biggest. Then you have snowy and then cattle. There's an aninga drying off in the sun. I do love the fact that there's lily pads here and those yellow flowers in the middle. No, I don't know the name of it. I'm sure I've seen it before, but man, they're beautiful. Oh, there's a gator. There's 2 of them. One coming this way, coming that way, and there's a third in the back. That's an osprey flying out there. I am still on Wading Bird Way. Not seeing any gators along the banks. Hey, it's hot out, people. Big time. Big time. Alrighty. Ever heard the term like where the rubber meets the road, or when the going gets tough? This is where the going gets tough. This is Eagle Roost. I think I just said that. There's no shade right here. No shade. You can bring bicycles out here. It says like 7 miles per hour. So on this trail, Eagle Roost, right? There's possibilities of you seeing eagles, which is a plus, man. It's awesome. You can also see gopher tortoises, and you can also see passion flowers and or passion fruit. So kind of look around. Don't ever get too disappointed, even though I'm saying that this is tough, because it is, because there's no shade. But you can still see some beauty out here. Passion flower. Passion flower again. Passion flower, and also, this is kind of like a burrow here. Typically, gopher tortoises live there, and sometimes eastern indigo snakes can cohabitate with them. They don't swim, don't put me in the water. They are protected. Let's see the wingspan here of the eagle. Pretty cool. So I want to share with you all something. If you start getting chills and it is hot out here, like very, very hot, that is a very bad sign. Now, I can't diagnose you here, but my guess is that's a very good, clear sign you're dehydrated, that's for sure. Possibly heat exhaustion. Your next step is heat stroke, and then death may be your last option. Okay. I have experienced this once heavily. I didn't have enough water. I didn't come prepared. It was weird. I had chills. It makes no sense to have chills on a very, very hot day. I took off my shirt. I don't know what I was doing. I decided to call the park where I was, and one of the volunteers picked me up just in time. So stay hydrated if you start to feel really weird, woozy, lightheaded. Man, chills. Man, it could be heat exhaustion. Shoot, I don't know. Maybe we could rule out or rule in that it was heat stroke. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't play that game, but I also don't play the game where I'm so naive to saying, oh, it's nothing. It was very odd. I was actually scared for like the first time in my life about being out here in nature park. So stay prepared, people. Almost done with the Eagle Roost Trail. Another passion flower. All right, kind of veered left here. Still on a trail. I'll find that bench here real soon, because it is getting hot. Hot, 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 man. Whew. I don't know if you can see the indentation of this grass here, but that's from a gator crossing. Passion flower and the fruit. Remember I told you how there's protective moms and they can become hostile when they have babies. Right here in this orange little nest here, they're protecting a gator's nest. Dead fish, possibly tilapia. Let's see if we can do a wildlife reveal. Oh, we have a great blue heron, the biggest heron, at least in America. Over here, tricolored heron, and another great blue. They're fishing. They want to eat. I think one of the coolest things about Circle B is getting to see a gator crossing. Guys, this is another orange netting protecting a gator's nest. So they blocked off Alligator Alley because gator activity, gator nest, so on and so forth. Have some shade here. Have some shade. Hey, at least Marsh Rabbit Run is open. Just to show you guys Marsh marigold, maybe. So close to the bank right here. So close to the bank. And there's an osprey with a meal. Okay, so that osprey is behind me. Osprey are sometimes confused with American bald eagles. Bald eagles are bigger, and the thing with ospreys, or osprey, is they are fish specialists. They could be also known as a fish hawk. Shoot, even eagles are known to take away their food because sometimes that's kind of how eagles hunt. Forgot their terminology, so you guys can correct me in there, but not ambush hunters. I know I'm probably messing up, but either way, osprey are beautiful birds for sure. So although most of the time when people think of blinds, they think of hunting, there's definitely no hunting out here, but here's a blind. Get to see different wildlife out here. It is very hot. You got a helicopter off in the background. Let's see. There's an eagle or a bird up top. What's happening? Tricolor heron, little blue heron. So as I just passed by a water bottle by the bank, as much as I'd like to promote, hey, let's get the garbage out, y'all gotta think twice before you reach down there to the bank, because there could be a gator right there. Kid you not, so be careful before you do something semi-foolish, okay? Be careful. Behind me is where the rubber meets the road again. Going gets tough. Gonna finish Marsh Rabbit Run and head back to like Windmill Whisper, head back to the car, but I'm gonna get some shade real quick, drink some water, and then I'm gonna be pretty much done with this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I mean, Circle B is one of the best parks I've been to. Of course, there's a lot of subjectivity, but I'm just sharing with you my experience. And a lot of people would probably agree with me. For those who love nature, for those who do photography, you will find, like, there's definitely Circle B Bar Reserve Facebook groups. They will probably let you know it's one of the best places they've been to. That's my opinion. Hope you all enjoyed. Deuces. Alrighty, if you're not well equipped and you don't hike the way I do, and not prepared, and your heart's not conditioned for this type of heat, don't come out here. No, I'm not getting heat exhaustion or heat stroke or anything like that, but I can share with you that this is tough out here. This sun is bad. There are areas of shade out here, Circle B, but it is bad. So before you attempt to come out here, because I know I suggested you can still do it, make sure you're gonna be equipped, because this is bad. And I'm about less than a quarter mile away from my car. Ooh, snake, look at this, look at this. Yeah, I thought I saw something. Pretty sure that was a black racer. Saw a giant soft-shell turtle, saw a gator, dead gator. Man,